You know, there's this old story I love. It's simple, but honestly, it hits deep every time I think about it. So picture this. A young guy, restless, curious, full of questions, goes to visit this wise master. He's desperate to learn, desperate to find peace, right? But the thing is, his mind, oh man, it's already overflowing with thoughts. So he shows up, sits down with the master, and immediately he just starts talking. What's the secret of peace? How can I find wisdom? I've read this, I've tried that. I think I already know this other thing. You get the idea. He's not really listening. He's just pouring out words. The master, calm as ever, doesn't say a thing. Instead, he puts a little teacup on the table. He starts pouring tea. The cup fills. Then it reaches the top. But he keeps pouring, and pouring, and pouring. The tea spills over, onto the table, onto the floor. The young man freaks out. Stop! Stop! The cup is already full. It can't hold any more. And that's when the master looks at him and says, exactly. You are like this cup. How can I give you anything new when your mind is already full? And silence. Boom. Lesson delivered. Now, think about that for a second. We're all that young man sometimes, aren't we? Our minds constantly full. Full of stress, full of anger, full of pride, full of other people's opinions. And then we wonder why peace doesn't come, why wisdom doesn't sink in. Let me tell you something, my friend. You can't fill a cup that's already full. And you can't fill a mind that's cluttered with noise. Now, I want you to imagine your own mind right now. Yeah, yours. Imagine it as a cup. What's in it? Maybe bills, deadlines, regret, anger, jealousy, fear of tomorrow, replaying yesterday's mistakes. And if that's what's in your cup, how in the world can anything new enter? You see where I'm going? This is why the master's lesson is so powerful. To learn, you've got to empty your mind. To grow, you've got to make space. To find peace, you've got to let go of what's weighing you down. And look, emptying your mind doesn't mean becoming blank or losing everything you know. No. It means dropping the clutter, dropping the stuff that doesn't serve you anymore. You ever meet someone who thinks they already know everything? Annoying, right? They can't learn. They can't grow. Their cup is full. Compare that with someone who walks into a room curious, ready to listen, willing to be wrong. Their cup is empty. And guess what? They grow. They learn. They thrive. Same thing with athletes. At the start, they're humble, they listen to their coach, they improve. But then success hits. Pride creeps in. They stop listening. They stop growing. Their cup is full of ego. Same with leaders. Same with you. Same with me. So the question is, how do we empty our cups? How do we actually clear space in our noisy, overloaded minds? Here's the thing. There are some practices, and I'm not talking about complicated rituals. I'm talking about simple stuff that works. First, silence. Yeah, pure, old-fashioned silence. Try this. Every day, give yourself just 5 minutes with no phone, no music, no TV, nothing. Just you and the quiet. At first, it feels weird, right? But then, slowly, the noise fades. Second, breathing. And I know you're probably thinking, breathing? Really? But hear me out. Take a slow breath in. Hold it. Then let it out. Do it a few times. Your thoughts, they calm down. It's like telling your brain, hey, relax. We're safe. Third, writing. Oh, this one's powerful. When your mind feels like a storm, grab a pen. Dump it all on paper. Don't edit. Don't judge. Just pour it out. The moment you see it written, it's like your mind finally sighs in relief. the cup empties a little. Fourth, listening, real listening. Not the kind where you're nodding but secretly planning your comeback. No, just shut up and listen. People will surprise you when you actually hear them, and in that space, wisdom sneaks in. And fifth, letting go. Yeah, ask yourself, does this thought help me? Does it move me forward? Does it bring me peace? If not, let it go. Simple as that. Like dropping a heavy bag you've been carrying for too long. Now, I know it's easier said than done, but remember, it's not about doing it once. It's a practice, day by day. Empty a little, clear a little, and over time, you'll notice the difference. Let me share something else with you. Throughout history, different traditions taught the same thing. Zen masters talk about the beginner's mind, always open, always curious. Martial artists clear their minds before battle. Monks sit for hours watching thoughts come and go until stillness takes over. Different paths, same wisdom. And that tells me something. It tells me this truth is universal. When the mind is full, we struggle. When the mind is empty, life flows. So here's my challenge for you. Stop for a second. Look at your life. What fills your cup right now? Stress? Ego? Fear? What can you let go of today? Just one thing that would give you more space to breathe. Because here's the beautiful part. When you empty your cup, when you clear the clutter, you don't just get emptiness. No, you create space. And in that space, new things grow. Peace grows. Creativity grows. Love grows. Think of a garden. If it's covered in weeds, nothing beautiful can bloom. But once you pull the weeds, suddenly flowers appear. Your mind is the same way. Clear the weeds, and beauty blooms. So maybe today, let go of that one thought that keeps you stuck. Maybe today, stop replaying that mistake from last year. Maybe today, stop worrying about what they think. Empty it out. And let me paint this picture before I leave you. Imagine walking with two heavy baskets, each filled with rocks. Each step feels heavy. Your shoulders ache. Then you reach a river. You stop. You take a deep breath. You empty the baskets. The rocks tumble into the water. And suddenly, you feel light again. Your back straightens. You walk with ease. That's what it feels like when you empty your mind. So please, don't let your life be weighed down by rocks you don't need. Don't let your mind overflow like that teacup. Empty it. Make space. Because remember this, and I really want you to hold on to it. A full cup cannot receive, but an empty cup can hold the entire ocean. So today, empty your mind and watch wisdom flow in.